Hello everyone. In the last video, we talked about creating high value B2B products and solutions. If you have not watched it yet, I strongly recommend you check it out because it sets the foundation for today's topic. In this video, we are going to dig deeper into pricing strategies for B2B products. Pricing, my friends, is not just about slapping a number on your product. It's an art and a science. You get it right and you unlock growth. You get it wrong and you leave money on the table. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to choose and apply winning pricing strategies for your B2B products. And trust me, the last few points are game changers. You will not want to miss them. So let's start. Are you ready? So let's start with why is pricing important. You see, pricing is not just about the money you make. It tells your customers a story about the value of your product. Unlike B2C pricing, where buyers make emotional and impulsive decisions, B2B pricing is all about logic, data, and perceived value. Now think of it this way. Your clients are businesses. They don't want to waste money. They want a product that solves their problems, improves efficiency, or increases revenue. So your pricing needs to justify this value. But here is the tricky part. How do you decide on the right price? Should you negotiate? Should you go for a fixed price model? Or better yet, value based pricing? Now don't worry, we will break it all step by step. So let's start with negotiation. So in B2B, negotiation is inevitable. You will face clients who want the best product at the lowest price. Sounds familiar? So here is how you can turn negotiations in your favor. Number one, know your floor price. So before entering any negotiation, know the minimum price you are willing to accept. Anything below this number is not worth it. Obviously, you need to protect your margins. Then second point is understand the client's pain points. So go beyond price. Focus on the problems your product solves for the client. For example, if your software saves 50 hours per month, that's valuable time and money for them. So highlight this. Then third is offer value and not discounts. So instead of cutting prices, add value. Maybe offer free onboarding, training, or an extended trial. This way, the client feels they are getting more for their investment. Remember, price negotiation is not about winning or losing. It's about creating a win-win situation where both parties feel satisfied. Now let's move to cost plus pricing. Now this one is straightforward. You calculate the cost of producing your product and add a markup percentage. For example, if your product costs $100 to produce and you want a 30% profit margin, you can sell it for $130 straight. What are the advantages of this type of pricing? First is it's easy to calculate. Then second, it guarantees a profit margin. And what are the disadvantages? First is this does not consider the customer's perceived value. So therefore you could underprice or overprice your product. So here's a truth bomb. Cost plus pricing is a fallback strategy. Use it when you are just starting or you don't have enough market data. But don't rely on it forever. B2B buyers want to know the value your product brings, not how much it costs to make. Now let's look at value-based pricing. See, speaking of value, let's talk about the star of the show, value-based pricing. So value-based pricing is where things get exciting. So instead of basing your price on cost, you base it on the value your product delivers to the client. Now, this strategy works wonders in B2B because businesses care about ROI, which stands for return on investment. So, here's an example. So, imagine you sell a marketing automation tool that helps businesses generate $1 million in new revenue every year. So, would you price it at $200? Of course not. The value you are providing is huge. So even if you charge $50,000 per year, the client will see it as a bargain because they are getting a 20x return. So to implement value based pricing, follow these steps. First is identify the value you provide. How much time, money, or effort does your product save the client? How much additional revenue does it bring them? Quantify it. Then next is segment your customers. So different customers will perceive value differently. A small business and a large enterprise will see your product in different ways. Therefore, you need to adjust pricing accordingly. Then next is communicate the value clearly. So don't just say we save you time. Instead say we save you 10 hours every week, which translates to $5,000 in productivity gains monthly. So why does value based pricing work? Well, because clients do not care about your cost. They care about what they are getting. So another winning strategy for B2B pricing is subscription models. Now this is where you charge clients monthly or annually. Now think of SaaS products like Salesforce or HubSpot. So why subscription models are great? There are a few reasons. First is steady revenue stream. So you get predictable recurring income. Next is lower upfront cost for clients. So instead of paying $10,000 upfront, clients pay $1,000 per month. It's easier for them to say yes. Then next is customer retention. So clients are more likely to stick around because they are subscribed to your product. But here's one rule. Your product must deliver continuous value. If clients do not see results, they will cancel the subscription. Now let's talk about bundled pricing. So bundled pricing is where you combine multiple products or services into a single package. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Say instead of selling software, onboarding and training separately, you bundle them together for a single price. Now the question arises, why bundles work? Well, first is because clients perceive higher value. Next reason is you increase your overall revenue. And third is it simplifies the buying process. Now this strategy works well when you have complementary products or services. So keep this in mind before using this pricing strategy. Now, dynamic pricing. So dynamic pricing involves adjusting your price based on demand, competition, or market trends. Airlines and hotels use this strategy all the time. But it's also gaining traction in B2B, though these are still nascent phase. For example, if a competitor lowers their prices, you might temporarily adjust yours to stay competitive. Then during peak demand, you can increase prices. So here is a small pro tip for you. Use data and AI tools to track market conditions and optimize your pricing dynamically. All right, so we are in the final stretch. Now these last few points are critical. So pay close attention. So first is test and refine your pricing. So pricing is not a one and done task. Run experiments, A/B test different price points and see what works. Second is be transparent. Do not hide your pricing. Clients appreciate clarity. So if your pricing is value driven, explain why. The next is educate your sales team. So your sales team needs to understand your pricing strategy and communicate value confidently. If they cannot justify the price, clients won't buy. Then monitor competitors. So always keep an eye on your competitors. Understand their pricing, but do not blindly follow them. Your product's value is unique. So we've covered a lot in this video, from price negotiation to value-based pricing and subscription models. Remember, pricing is a powerful tool. When done right, it not only delivers revenue but also positions your product as a high value solution. So here's what to do next. Choose a pricing strategy that aligns with your product, your customers, and your goals. And most importantly, always focus on value. In the next video, we will discuss how to optimize distribution channels for B2B success. Trust me, you wouldn't want to miss it. Distribution is where many businesses stumble. But with the right strategies, you can scale faster than ever. So see you in the next one.